What's up, everybody? King of Fomo here, coming at you with your daily crypto update. All right, so today we're going to be talking again about Texitcoin. Now, I know I've been shoving this thing down your throat a lot, but there is a good reason why. This thing is growing like crazy. And since I've been in the platform for about 10 days, I have the metrics to be able to do some comparisons and show you guys how this thing has been growing over the past 10 days and kind of where it can go from here if this current growth wave continues. So here we have some videos that we're going to take a look at. Again, this is my video that I posted 9 days ago on my channel, and this is another video that I posted 5 days ago on my channel. And we'll just look at the numbers here that you're seeing on the screen and see where we are right now in just a 10-day time span. So first thing, we take a look at the hash rate. Now, we're not going to do some comparisons of this because this is growing, and you'll see it why in a second. But right now, we're looking at a hash rate of 373 gigahash right now from the 13th to the 19th, and for that week. The more kind of prominent number that you should be looking at is the daily gigahash, and I'm going to look at yesterday's gigahash just because the numbers get a little weird because they equate after 24 hours. So yesterday's gigahash, we're going to go back to the 18th, was 320, and that number is growing over time. Again, you can kind of zoom out here a little bit more, look at the monthly rates, and see how that has skyrocketed over time. You know, a month ago or many months ago, we were looking at 32 gigahash back in February, but now we're looking at 10 times that amount right now. Some other things to take a look at is the use of funds. If we look at my old video, the oldest video that I have on this basically said that there was $21 million worth of Texitcoin miners that were purchased by different areas, right? So today we have $24 million. Again, that's only 10 days. I haven't been in this thing for a super long time, so only 10 days maximum. And we saw a gain of $3 million of Texitcoin miners being purchased. That's a pretty big deal right there. Now, this is another number that I like to look at, so we can see kind of just, let's just look at the one from 5 days. We'll look at the one from 10 days ago. 10 days ago, we can see that there's somewhere around maybe 37 miners or even maybe 60 miners that are being added every day on average. But if we take a look at right now, the number of miners that are being added on average, you can see the bars are a lot higher right now. So this is definitely on the growth streak. We can see that on the 18th, yesterday, we had 150 extra miners. So you're looking at 100 extra miners being added to the network every day, as opposed to 50 just 10 days ago. So I hope you guys are starting to notice, if you're really paying attention right now, the growth is explosive. Now, I'm not talking about numbers that have changed a little bit over 5-6 months. This is just 10 days worth of numbers. And this is consistent, right? We can see this has been at the 120, 135, 100, 139, 150 just the past 5 days alone. So this is some pretty massive growth that we're seeing in the past week alone. And the last number that we're going to look at before we talk about some other stuff here is the total number of miners. So if we kind of scroll along in the video here, I believe I show in this video, yeah, here it is. So 9,025 miners on the 12th of this month. And if we look at the number of miners that we have right now, actually 9,038 is the total for when I recorded this video 5 days ago. And this is 5 days ago again, ladies and gentlemen. We had a 10% growth in 5 days. So we have 9,840 compared to the 9,038. So 800 miners were put online in just 5 days. Now, again, if you followed me along in the Caspa days and you saw what happened as we got more and more Caspa miners, especially in the beginning of those days, you saw the price of Caspa sort of go parabolic at that moment. And I think that something similar can happen with Texitcoin once we hit that parabolic growth in terms of just miners being placed on the market. The scarcity of TXC is going to skyrocket, go up like crazy, which means that TXC is going to be a coin that is going to be way harder to come by than it is right now, or than it was a couple days ago. And in turn, usually what that means for proof of work coins, I mean, you can even just look at the big boy Bitcoin and see how Bitcoin's done over the past 15 years. What that usually does for proof of work coins is the harder the coin is to come by, the higher the price will be. So the last thing that we can kind of look at right here is on this video, my first video that I recorded on Texitcoin, we had a price of about $1.41. Looking at the price right now of TXC, we are kind of stable at $1.74. So again, you're seeing that growth happen, but just like with Caspa, the growth can happen really, really quickly. Even though you're getting a lot of miners being put online, it's not like you're going to have the same chart, the same looking chart for the price of the coin. Sometimes it happens very, very quickly where the price just sort of matches the amount of miners that are online. So those are all the data that you can look at right here, guys. Some other things to take a look at. My hash rate has gone up. Currently, I am mining, I think, 1,300 gigahash worth of TXC. So the amount that I'm earning should go up as well. Now, to get started with these guys, if you're like, man, this is, I've been listening to King of Fomo's videos about this for a while, and this is something that I'm interested in getting into. I'm going to go over the plans again because I haven't done this since the first video. So there are 3 plans to join and become a Texitcoin miner. You have the single plan, the triple play, and the builder plan, right? Now, it's important to note that the fact that the highest plan is the builder plan is a big deal, because you're not going to have whales control the market. You're not going to have whales who have all the TXC, or just mining factories, mining companies where just one big giant company is mining all of the coin. You know, we've seen if you follow proof of work coins, we've seen the death of proof of work coins because of that, because you have one mining facility just turn on their giant mega farm of miners and basically take up all of the network coins and become the biggest holder. I don't think that that's happening with Texitcoin, because again, they're throttling you. They're throttling you with the highest amount of mega hash that you can get is about 900. You can get higher if you start referring people, but obviously, like you can't purchase just an enormous amount of hash rate. You have to work to get there. So again, 3 plans. We have the single, the triple, and the builder. Now, the single will get you 100 mega hash, and the builder will get you 900 mega hash, which is about 9 times more expensive. The other thing to note, guys, if you purchase some of these bigger plans, the builder plan, I believe the triple play as well, you get some extra hash rate. I think I got 200 extra hash rate for just purchasing the builder plan. So you get and that's a promotional period, so that does end eventually. I'm not sure when, but if you do want to get that promotional extra 200 mega hash, then you want to get in on these plans earlier rather than later. So that is basically how it works. Currently, I'm just gonna round and say about 200 TXC on one wallet in the 10 days that I've been in here. So 200 TXC is about $350 at the current price. It's a little higher than that because I have another wallet, but yeah, it's doing well. That's $350 that I've earned from Texitcoin in about 10 days, and I'm rounding down a lot here. And that plan that I purchased was the builder plan, which is about $9,000. So you guys can do the math. If this is something for you, check it out. If not, I understand. Now, some other things just about the channel in general. I'm going to be talking about a lot of other stuff. I took a little bit of a break over the past 2 days just because of all the acts that were being signed by the House of Representatives and voted on by the House of Representatives and going to the Senate. And, you know, that's going to affect crypto a lot. And one of the things that you kind of got to decide when it comes to times like this where the market can be very volatile in a positive way is holding back on jumping in on some of these platforms, because your purchasing power will increase dramatically. Like you can see, like even just Ethereum went up 20% in 7 days, and that's 20% extra that you can be spending on these platforms, as opposed to most of the stuff that I've been talking about is USDC, which means that you're missing out on those 20% gains. So that's why I sort of been sitting on the sidelines. I'm waiting for things to cool off a little bit. I think they will now, since we're sort of in an in-between period for some of the bills being sent over to the Senate. And this is probably the best time for you to make a decision, since we're not going to see any crazy massive pumps, I don't think, since the whole debates are currently over. Not really completely over, but currently over. The Genius Act was signed, but the other ones will be signed a little bit later after being debated in the Senate, so they're going to take a little bit longer. But like I said, I think now's the time. You don't want to sleep on this stuff too long either, right? These platforms, you're going to see growth. And if you sleep too long and you think, man, I want to ride the wave of Ethereum and Bitcoin going up because of the regulations and everything, just also remember what goes up must come down, right? So eventually we will have a pullback, probably not to the levels we were at before, but that's why I like to personally to position myself with these passive profit platforms so that even in those down times, I can get a lot of income coming in if I position myself correctly, which is kind of what I'm doing right now. And now that's everything for today. We'll end with that. I'm going to talk about GunDG next. If you guys are a member of my Patreon, you're going to get both those videos early. If you're not, then you'll get the GunDG video tomorrow, and you'll get this video now. I'll catch you guys in the next video. If you haven't yet, like, comment, subscribe, and follow me over there on Telegram if you want to speak to me individually, or if you want to speak to me a little bit faster on Patreon, you can speak to me over there, guys. I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.